This, my friends, is a fair value gap. And whenever these fair value gaps are created and then broken, we go back to the opposing higher low. And this creates the best trading model and the most highly accurate trading model in the entire world. This is literally the best trading model you will ever use. Okay, like, you guys know how much I emphasize these inversions, but it's a day like this or a day like today that you really realize how good they are. Okay, so I'm just going to be reviewing a little bit of inversion setups in the last couple of days. Okay, I'm going to be showing you guys why it's so good. Like, the inversion model is literally unbeaten. I've not found a better model than it. I've not found a more highly accurate model than it. And I know some people are going to disagree with me, but it's just like this model's insane. So if you want to watch me live trade, I literally have not taken an inversion loss probably in over a month. I literally asked my premium members when my last time taking a loss was on an inversion model. They said they didn't know. They said probably over a month ago. So again, if you want to watch me live trade them, be my guest, join my Discord. I have a free Discord as well, so join that. And then use that Apex 80% off sale if you want to practice these inversion models. It ends, I think, tomorrow, so get an account now, okay? Because they're not doing sales like they used to. I don't know why, but again, get an account. They're really good practice. They're really cheap. I literally buy like 5 of them at a time. So let's get started. So you can literally use inversions for everything. Like, you can use them for higher time frame buys. You can use them for everything. And today, I literally posted this on my private Twitter, and it's not even private. It's just one of my Twitters that, I put on my public Twitter. I'm like, if you want, go follow this, okay? And you still can. I'll accept you. But on my Twitter yesterday, I said, if we inverse this 4 hour, I want the dead highs tomorrow. All right. And you can clearly see we had a 4 hour. It was obvious. Okay. And again, you can see and playing out really nicely here. So to give you more time, because you probably don't see this, you can see if you were to look at the chart, what's obvious? Well, this is obvious. If you were bearish, wouldn't you want to see this hold? Yep. Okay. So I know when this breaks, especially that it broke at 2 a.m., which, keep in mind, is a key time. It's a London kill zone, so this has a much more meaning to it. I know that, okay, now the bias is going to be bullish, and if I pair that with other concepts such as SMT, okay, we had an SMT here, and I pair that with other concepts like, oh, I understand that there's a lot of stop losses here. I'm understanding in terms of liquidity, there's a lot of stop losses here. Once you compare inversions with that, it is literally the best model I've ever seen, okay? So if you don't know what this SMT is, it's basically, if I go here on ES, you can see the ES took out this low way over here, and NQ did not take it out, okay? Now, it does not mean anything in live time, okay? I know people who did long down here because of the SMT, but I like to wait for the long setup, and you can clearly see, okay, we never actually got the long setup until right here. And the SMT just, oh, we have an SMT. This is just almost like not guaranteed, but this is high probability we're going to go to these highs because we have our IFEG, right? If our IFEG wasn't here, would I be as confident? Probably not, okay? We have our IFEG. We have the SMT. And everything about this is just so nice. Like, you can literally use the inversion for both higher time frame bias and lower time frame. So how would you enter? Well, using the higher time frame and understanding that, okay, we inverse this, okay, we have a high momentum going up. Right when this closes above at 2 a.m., I'm now going to the 1 minute time frame and the 5 minute time frame, and I'm looking for an inversion. So I think I'll start at the 5 minute. So I'm looking for a bearish fair value gap to get closed above. Okay, because why? Because I know that once this fails, everyone's going to reverse their position and the highs are going to want to be targeted. Why do I know that? Because all these guys shorting here, they're going to keep reversing their position. They're going to try to keep shorting, and then we take out their stop here, here, and here. Okay, so knowing that and knowing that their draw liquidity is here, I'm looking for a bearish fair value gap because I know if we don't hit the high and we get a bearish fair value gap, I know people are going to short it, okay? Because that's what they do. They don't know any better. First one we get here, I know people are going to enter the short. Why? Because doesn't it look bearish, right? We have our market structure shift. Does this not look bearish to you? If you were a newer trader, would this not look bearish to you? I think I would say it would. So I literally alerted this in my stream, in my chat earlier, okay? Because I know from a new beginner perspective, when I see a bearish fair value gap here, oh, I'm thinking, no, I'm shorting this, right? It's so bearish. But no, I wait for it to get broken. I expect it to get broken. Not only do I wait for it to get broken, I expect it to get broken because I know the draw is higher. I know this is buy side. I know these are data highs that we made a couple days ago or a couple weeks ago off of CPI. Okay, like this is just not a short you can trust, right? I trust this to break. I trust these guys to short and get wrecked, and that's when I'm taking the model. Okay, and in my Dodgy channel earlier, okay, you can see I alerted it this morning. I'll take this 5-minute inversion to the highs if we get it, right? And you can see this was the first high, and then this black line was my second target. Okay, and I said if we get this, it's going to be my one play for the day, whether it works or fails, right? So I felt like this was high probability enough to where whether it worked or failed, okay, obviously it worked in the end. I felt like it was high probability enough to where, okay, we see a lot of people shorting this. We see a lot of new traders shorting this. I figured once you broke above, especially with this abnormal wick, okay, this is an abnormal wick, which is a great liquidity pool, that this is high probability. Now, if you want to even narrow down more and go to the 1 minute time frame, you could have maybe what I did in stream was I actually alerted a long entry on stream. I kind of jumped the gun here a little bit. So I saw this candle and I kind of jumped in here. I got a quick 30 points immediately and I ended up getting stopped in my runner break even, but that's fine. Okay, it just goes to show all these bearish fair value gaps getting wrecked or just look how much momentum it creates. That's why they're so good. Okay, and I understand, oh, you can enter here, but when you would you be more confident? Let me ask you something. Would you be more confident in a bearish fair value gap breaking or buying a pullback, just kind of waiting for price to dance around? What would you be more confident in? And by the way, I did just hear that beep. I don't know what that was. I don't know if the audio picked that up, but what would you be more confident? An entry dancing around at a pullback or breaking and violating a fair value gap that you probably know people are going to short? The fair value gap, because I know I'm wrecking all these people trying to short here. Same thing with this one here. Now this one, okay, it's not singular. You have to go on the 2 minute here. Okay, so if we go on the 2 minute, it's better than the 2 minute because it's more singular. Again, have we hit the draw on liquidity here yet? Nope. It looked like we almost did, but did we hit it? Nope. So I know when this breaks, it's going to be used as support because all these people are going to be reversing their position and they're all going to get wrecked. They're all going to get wrecked, okay? That is the enigma, okay? That is the enigma in price. Wait for the people to get wrecked and enter the opposite side. This is exactly what I do in my IFEGs. This is why everyone is my liquidity, okay? And I don't mean that literally. Please don't dislike the video because of that. Drop a like if you haven't already. But that's why my win rate's high, because I'm going in the opposite side against the grain of what people are normally doing, right? That's how you succeed in this market. Even here, imagine how many people shorted this. Oh, we hit buy side. This is 2022 model. Here's your market structure shift. Nope. This is a long setup because we're clearly delivering from this. Nothing here is violated. No bullish fair value gap here is violated. So I know if we're coming from a internal low here, which this is the internal low, where do we have to go? Back to external. This is based off my MXM video. Okay, and this is in the process, this breaks as well, and we clearly hit that high. Okay, and then even this is when the short actually works. Okay, well, why doesn't it work here? Well, we never really violated any bullish fair value gap. Here, we actually violated a fair value gap, right? So here it works much better. Now this is your 2022 model. I seriously don't get how people don't trade with the invert. Like, how do people trade without inversion? I don't get it. Like, how do you get wrecked? How do you not get wrecked here if you're not using an inversion? Like, most people are going to get wrecked there. This would make more sense to me because, again, this now breaks. Now we know the bullish order flow is changing in the bearish order flow. Okay, same thing with down here on the 5 minute. We dump so much, and people are like, oh, here's another market structure shift, or here's a break of structure. Nope. We're delivering from a bullish fair value gap, right? So I know once this bearish fair value gap's inversed, I know, especially with all this momentum here, right? Two really green candles. I know I'm going against the grain of what most people think because they think, oh, this is a short setup. It's a bearish fair value gap. It's a supply zone. It's not a supply zone, but that's what they think because of break candle. And I'm going against the grain, and I'm taking back up to the highs. Okay, and even this one fails miserably. Look at the candle we get out of it. Retest, go back to the highs. So do you see why this is the best model? Like, again, it has to be obvious. This is not one video is not going to help you. You need to watch my whole strategy playlist, and I do have a course on these as well. Again, I'm not going to advertise that because I do it for free on my YouTube as well. Okay, it's up to you what you want to do. The course is obviously more structured, but if you go to my playlist, I'll leave a key card or a note card in the thing. Okay, I literally have 11 videos teaching the strategy. Okay, it's all IPGs. This is all I wait for. There's little things like, again, this is good because we're delivering off of bullish for value gap. But if you learn this, this will literally, like, it literally will change your trading because you're not the one getting wrecked anymore. Okay, so let me know if you guys have any questions. Just really, really good model. This is probably the best model I've ever seen in my life, probably ever used in my life. Okay, and it just has a high degree of accuracy. Okay. Don't ask me where the stop loss goes. Don't ask me any of that. You have to watch my videos, go to my strategy playlist, or buy my course. Again, it doesn't matter. I would say do the free thing if you don't have the money to spend. Okay, go to my free videos. They're all free. But that's it for now. Okay, just let me know. I've got a lot of good feedback on these. And yeah, don't forget to use the Apex code. Again, I think the sale ends tomorrow. So if you want to practice these IFUGs, get an Apex code. Literally go in the setup with a few micros and see how high your win rate can be with IFUGs the way I teach them. So that's it for this video. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and peace.